Ooh, it is a beautiful evening. I wish I could actually show you guys what the view that I'm looking at right now. Let's get the hair. How do we want the hair positioned? There's a lot going on with the hair. There's a lot going on with the hair. Hello. Waiting for you guys to hop on. Boop, boop. Gotta get the, you gotta get adjusted. Okay. All right. So, okay, so as you guys are coming on, you guys are more than welcome to ask anything. Okay, so this is like a free-for-all, ask me anything. I know I've been more limited on like what I've allowed people to actually ask me, but you can ask me anything. Okay, I'm just gonna go with it. Also, too, if anyone wants to make a donation to the channel, I am putting my Cash App available. Okay. All right, everybody. Okay, so in the meantime, this video is mainly going to be about fasting. I fasted for 24 hours, 3 times in a row, and I want to dive really deep. I've also gone really deep into other fasting experiences that I've had, but since that conversation, I was like, I want to dive even deeper because fasting, I don't know why I'm so obsessed with it, but I just think it's literally the secret that's hidden in plain sight that we have fallen out of touch with. It says, "Hi, just watching your video about being your year, but not your. I saw that you were live. I'm so happy to be here. Oh, I love it. Lotus Healing. I love that name. So Lotus Healing, I love to just pop on live at any time and talk about anything. Sometimes the topic comes to me. Sometimes it comes to me while I'm on live. Sometimes I have a topic and it bleeds into something else. I'm very much so like connected with God. Like if some I get a download or I get a nudge to talk about something. So feel free to ask me anything, even if you want to ask me questions about the video that you were just watching. And if you want me to elaborate on some of the points that I was talking about, I'd be happy to do that. And if you have any questions about health, fitness, mindfulness, or just in general, I'm happy to answer any of your questions. So until I start to see more questions come in, I'm just going to continue on with talking about the 24-hour fast. And if you're feeling lost in life, you might really want to do a fast, okay? I was watching Dr. Eric Berg earlier, and he just did a video 2 days ago diving deep into fasting. He has hundreds of videos about fasting, but he did like an updated 2024 video, and the benefits are just insane. They're insane. It says, how do you become aware of the blocks that's blocking you from being great? Well, Lotus Healing, I'm so happy you asked because this actually has to do with it. And we don't understand the level of what food really does in our body and our system. And I said this before, and I believe I've heard it somewhere else, but I really was meditating on what I'm about to tell you. And I think it goes really deep, okay? When we're a fetus in our mother's womb, the umbilical cord, it's like, why isn't the umbilical cord here or in our heart, right? Or I don't know, in our hand. It's specifically in the gut, okay? And that's where we get our life force energy from, right? From the mother. So at that time, the mother is feeding life into us, okay? So hi. So I believe it continues as we're born and we start to fill up our gut with a bunch of junk. I believe that it blocks you from being able to connect with source, connect with God. I don't know what your belief is, and this is not really you got to think this way, you got to be specific on this. It's just if you have a connection with God, whether it's Muslim, Christian, Sikhism, Catholic, whatever, all of the holy books of every single one of those talk about food and fasting and some kind of level of reducing that and not being beholden or not being gluttonous, right? So I've been doing 24-hour fasts for the last 3 weeks. I've done it 3 times in a row, and I'm going to do my fourth one this Sunday. I'm going to try to stretch it to like 26 hours just to see if I can do it. But the amount of revelations I was having during the 24-hour fast was mind blowing. Like I just all of a sudden was getting the nudge to just write ideas down. Like I just was going. I would pop open my phone. I'd be like in the kitchen doing something. Something would come to me, and my stomach was really empty. So I don't know what your health level is. I don't know what your beliefs are, but I really want to encourage everybody to do a fast. And it doesn't even have to be necessarily spiritual. On a physical level, most Americans are very unhealthy. It just is what it is. We know I think we're considered one of the most obese countries in the entire world. And it makes sense. Everything's filled with sugar, everything's processed, there's fast food everywhere. Like it's not a joke. And the abundance of food is actually killing people in America. I don't want to get flagged for saying that word. I'll probably just say K. I know YouTube's pretty strict on stuff like that. So if you want to try out a fast, I would definitely do that. And then I would also journal. I'm an avid journaler. I've been journaling since the moment I could write, and it's really helped me throughout my life. And when you have a block, you want to just kind of drop into your body and just be like, okay, I have a block, but like I'm not affirming the block. I want to talk to you. Like you talk to the block. Like, okay, what is this? Right? Sometimes if you just sit in like a meditative state and have your journal out, you'll start to get answers. Even if it's something really odd. Like, for example, I could say like, because of the age that I am, X, Y, and Z. And it's like, that doesn't even exist. Sometimes we put blocks on ourselves because of societal norms or societal standards, or maybe we read something or we watched something on a podcast and it triggered us in a certain way. And all of a sudden we're getting all these ideas, and like they weren't our ideas to begin with. It was like something we heard from exterior. So a lot of times your blocks aren't even really you. There's something that you downloaded from your environment. So journaling, meditating, and fasting, I would say if you lock in for, just maybe shut down for a week. I don't know what your lifestyle is, but if you want to lock down, shut down for a week and say, you know what, friends, family, I'm just gonna, you don't even have to tell anybody. It's nobody's business. If you're just not available, you're not available. You're not beholden to anybody. But don't take calls, don't go out, don't go to happy hour, and just kind of only podcast you're watching is maybe like a positive podcast, and just sit with yourself for a few days. Just sit with yourself, and you might not get anything, and that's okay. Write that down. Like, you know what? Like, it's just not coming through. I wonder what this is. And write down your desires. Like, if it's like a desire that if actually let me know, is it like you're trying to manifest something and then there's a block, or is there like a desire that you're wanting to achieve, like a goal that you're wanting to achieve, and then there's a block, like you don't know how to get there? A lot of times what I want to tell you, I will free you right now. Like, you'll be freed in the next few seconds. If you just do less efforting, you sit back, you do less efforting in life, and I'll explain what I mean by that in a second. Life will start to flow in a way where you're just like, oh my God, life is just so magical and amazing. And like, I couldn't have even thought that that's how that was going to happen. So for example, like I remember I wrote down in my journal, I just said, I want to go to Egypt and I want to go to London. I never knew when, like, I always thought that was going to happen like in my 50s. Cause like, it just seemed like Egypt, the pyramids, like, and it is a big deal. Right. And I'm thinking, okay, I got to save up. I want to make sure to have some money for major traveling like that. Right. And 6 months later, I was invited to Egypt, and I'm not even kidding. Like, I wish I had my journal with me and I had the date. And then because Egypt is like already on that side of the world, but by the UK, I just ended up, before I came back to America, went to the UK. And like, I couldn't have predicted, like I ended up being able to get I'm not going to say it was free. All I had to pay was my flights. Okay. Hi, my little nephew, Moliki. He's so cute. My sister, that's my sister Harpatis. Everyone say hi to my sister Harpatis, my biological sister. And so just when you do less efforting, you can write down a desire and then leave it alone. And then the very next thing you do from that desire, it could be something random, like, okay, you wrote down your desire and then you want to go like on a walk. Okay, you're like, well, what does going on a walk have to do with the desire? Or all of a sudden you wrote down your desire, you're done journaling for the moment, and then you want to just like, I don't know, watch Kim Kardashian, like watch the Kardashians. Like, just do the very next moment that gives you a nudge, and you just never know how it's gonna blip into your vortex, blip into your physical world. I know this for a fact. All the moments in my life where I just sat back, that doesn't mean I didn't do anything. It just means this very next moment, anything could happen. Like I could get like oh my gosh, in college, I remember being like, oh, it would just be nicer to like make more money, right? I had no idea. I'm thinking a job, right? Get a job. I actually worked for my dad when I was a freshman in college. I was making $6.25 an hour. And you know, that was cool, but like that was just like enough for like some cheeseburgers. Like I was like, okay, I need to make more money. But like I was just like, okay, let me like apply for some jobs at the mall and whatever. I ended up getting straight A's my first semester at Fresno State. I then got an academic scholarship. It paid for my entire college. My entire college. I didn't do any efforting, like, oh my God, like I need to figure this out. Like I'm broke. Like I only can buy cheeseburgers. Like it wasn't, I just said, okay, well, you know, it would be nice to make more money. I'll do what I can with the resources that I have right now. And, you know, the very next moment was, okay, I gotta, you know, do my studies, or I gotta, you know, take notes, or I gotta go to class. Like I just did the very next thing. And make sure everyone coming in, make sure to follow. It really helps the algorithm, and make sure to follow, or make sure to subscribe, and make sure to like the video. But just do less efforting. And I promise you, it will lower your anxiety. It will lower your stress. It will lower your overthinking. It will get you more in touch with the present moment, because sometimes we could be living perpetually in the past and living perpetually in a future that doesn't exist. And we're creating all these scenarios, we're reliving all these traumas, and then we're not just here in the moment. And God's trying to talk to us right now in the moment. Like, okay, go ahead and do this. Go ahead and do this. Download the ebook, sign up for the course, journal in your book. You need to start praying, cook tonight instead of go out to fast food. And like, you can't hear it because you're perpetually in the past or perpetually in the future. So let me catch up. Let me see what you guys are saying. Okay. I knew I was here for a purpose. Okay, let's see. The gut is a second brain. Yes, the gut is the second brain. That is, I even believe that's like a scientific, I believe that's a real thing. Scientifically proven that it's, and then you know what they're actually even saying too, is that it's actually your first brain. Some studies actually are saying that it's your first brain, and this is why. So, you know, I just want to do more research on it. I don't know for a fact, but when it was explained to me, I was like, oh my gosh, I actually get it. When you put food into your body, what is it? It's information, right? There's potassium, and then the potassium tells your body to do something. There's a zinc tells you to do something. There's a magnesium, there's all the B's, all the A's, all the vitamin C's, all that, right? Those are information, and it goes down in here. So then the gut, it kind of looks like I don't know, like even like the way it like looks like, it looks like a bigger brain down there, even though it's like all piped. And then it's like the first layer that you have to get through, right? Like you're going through customs, and it's like the first layer before you get into the country. It's like, it's okay, well, we don't need that. We can dispose of this. We're going to take this, put this over there, take this over here. And it like starts to distribute, you know, doing what it needs to do with it. And then it goes up to your brain. Okay, boom. Now we have potassium in the body. Now we have zinc. Now, you know, make sure to think better. Make sure to the memory, make sure to prefrontal cortex. Here you go. Here's your dose of, I don't know what's connected to what, but let's just say it was connected to magnesium. Okay, prefrontal cortex, here's your magnesium. So it's almost like, I mean, I could see why it's a second brain, but I can also see why it would be explained as a first brain too. Okay, so next one, running off of spirit, powerful stuff right here. I appreciate that. Yeah, we get it in over here on my lives. So thanks for tapping in with me. I just started my lock journey. Okay, as well. So I am really on the level to level up. So this is resonating. Okay, I love that. I love that. And you might even, when you have a block as well, gratitude journaling is such a magnificent thing. I really think that people take it for granted. And what you want to do is you want to force yourself, okay? Put on your favorite music, put on your favorite podcast, whatever, right? Have your tea, I always have, you guys already know, I always have, oh yeah, and I'm using the mug that my sister got me. And it says joy, so that's an affirmation right there. But I'm drinking hot water, Kangen water. It's of course warmed up, cloves and lemon. So it's very plain tea, but it feels good on my throat. Whenever I'm on these lives, I'll get really excited and my throat starts to kind of get dry. But have your favorite tea, okay? Have your favorite tea and don't get up. Don't get up from the table or wherever, the couch. Actually sit on a couch, put on a candle, right? Get the sanctuary vibe going on and write down 101 things you're thankful for. As you're like at number 56, number 57, number 58, all of a sudden you'll start to feel lighter, like in your heart chakra area. Like, I don't know if you're into chakras, I don't know, but just like at your nervous system, and it's no joke, this is actually scientific. Our nervous system, there's a bunch of nerves where all the chakras are. And so you can even feel like, oh my God, like you're scared, you have a gut feeling, or like you have anxiety, it's like in your chest, or all of a sudden you get a headache, right? So it's like boom, boom. Maybe you get a sore throat, right? It's like here, it's here, it's here, it's here, it's here. So it's no coincidence that there's all these nerves in these important areas, and they call them chakras, whatever, right? So if you want to do it spiritual, if you want to do it physical, but you'll start to just feel lighter in your spirit. And it could be the tiniest thing to the most potent, deep thing, right? I'm thankful that I have eyebrows. Some people don't grow eyebrows, right? I said this on the last one, I'm thankful for my mole. And my mole actually didn't pop up until I was like a teenager. It was so interesting. Then you could go really deep. I'm so thankful that you know what, like, and this is the thing too, like what's going on over in Israel and, other areas. It's like all of us right now on this live, or if you're watching this on the replay, we get to sit comfortably. I get to sit next to my Peloton, have internet, have a warm tea, be in a nice cozy top, sit on a comfortable chair in my clean, fresh, smelling, amazing room and talk to you guys. Like, that is a huge blessing. Like, there's people, you already know what's going on overseas. I'm in California, so, but you know what I'm saying? Like we get to do this, and then there's other people dealing with other stuff. So you can go deep with it, and then you can go, I'm thankful for my feet. I'm thankful for my breathing, right? I've seen what it's like when someone can't really breathe. I was a caregiver for my grandmother with dementia for 6 years. I was a full-time caregiver. That last bit where she could barely breathe, I saw what that actually looks like. It's like, you don't care about nothing else on the planet. You don't care about diamonds. You don't care about $1 million. You just want to be able to take in a full breath, right? So that's something to write down. So as you start to write all that down, don't get up until you get to 101. You'll feel really light in your spirit, and you all of a sudden may have blocks that just like release because your dopamine went up, right? You feel more euphoric, right? And so you're just like, oh my God, I just feel lighter. And then boom, all of a sudden you're like, wait, okay, the block's not there anymore, right? So it says, I'm praying for more subscribers and more followers, more people to hear your message. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I received that. I'm usually on a live, I think you meant to say live, with 1,000 people. So to be able to be here, I feel like we are on a Zoom call. You're big sis. I love it. This is what was meant. I consciously cut my TV and asked God to, wow. And you know what? This is what I love about the journey of even my YouTube. A lot of people, and I think you can apply this to real life as well. We're in a rush, right? We're in a rush to be successful. We're in a rush to make it big. We're in a rush for the $1 million. We're in a rush to get married. We're in a rush to because like the internet kind of like makes us feel like we're behind. But I've really learned to love that I have a very slow and steady and strong YouTube, and it's not blasted off to the universe, because these lives and these intimate conversations and these questions that I can really elaborate on, like it, there will be a point where, I'm manifesting, thousands of people on lives, but I love where I'm at right now because it's making me a better coach. It's making me be able to dive deeper and really like get under the layers and like actually have breakthroughs with people while I'm on this live. Like it's one thing to say, here's 3 steps to feel better. And then 1, 2, 3. And then next question. Like I like to really, I want you to get off the live and feel unlocked in some kind of way. I want you to get off the live. Like that's why my page is called Embodypursuit, because we're constantly embodying, in pursuit of embodying that next level, right? So even you deciding to do your lock journey, you were in pursuit of embodying that next level, right? Whatever those locks are going to mean for you, it's going to be deep, it's going to be ancestral, it's going to be potent, it's going to be, you're going to be, healing generational curses, like just with that journey, right? And then navigating life with, having locks and, all the different beautiful styles you get to do now and all that stuff. So it's like, we're always embodying that next level. And then once we embody that next level, guess what? We're in pursuit of the next one. And you don't ever stop pursuing, because guess what? When you stop pursuing, it means you're just not in a human body anymore. Being in a human body, you're automatically always evolving. Like that's like God has descended and made us in his likeness. And when we merge back with the light, when we ascend back up, that means we have the pursuit is done. So the pursuit is never ending, right? We're just embodying, boom, we've got that down. Next level, boom, we embody that, pursuit in the next level, boom, we embody that. So that's why I name my channel Embody Pursuit. So just for clarity on that, because some people are like, well, what is embody? I want to embody pursuit. So that's, I was like, I need to start talking about why I named it that more. So, yeah, so I enjoy these lives as well. That's why I love doing just live Q&As, and usually I'll start out with a topic, but I like to just answer your questions. So any questions that you guys have, I'm always happy to answer. And again, make sure to like the video if you're coming in. I know there's some people coming in, some people going out, but make sure to like the video. Also, in regard to any blocks or anything like that, if you're on a health journey as well, I do have a ebook guide that is fantastic. I created the ebook guide. It actually manifested itself because women were like, well, what do you do for this? What do you do for that? And instead of like always like writing out paragraphs to everybody, I just said, let me put it in an ebook. So it manifested itself. It guaranteed works because it's women that told me it works. So I put it into an ebook. So if you're ever interested in that, for anyone that is watching this on the replay, definitely click the link down below for that. And I can't wait to do this next video, but 2024 is the year of organization. Okay, this is the thing. A lot of us, we are so dialed in on some of the lint from my outfit is on my hair. We're so dialed in with being perfect for work. Perfect for work. We know all of our numbers. We know all of our charting. We know all of our quota. We know where everything's supposed to be lined up. If you're a good employee, right? Or if you're starting your business, maybe you really know your numbers for your business. But why don't we do that for our life? Like everything should be dialed in. Everything. The bathroom, the kitchen, your self-care, your body care, the way you run errands, how you like your food. Like everything should be designed and written out. And I'm not kidding. The more I've been on this journey of really dialing in all my rituals, because I've always been loosely doing rituals, like where I'm just really embodied with a lot of the things that I've done for many years. But like actually using this hyperlinked calendar that I have, it's a game changer. So just be prepared for that. But if anyone wants to tap in with that now, that is also linked down below. But it's so fun to use. It's amazing. So any other questions before I go? Because I'm actually going to get my kickboxing on. I'm trying to lose a layer. I've been doing training for I've been training my body, like lifting weights for about over a year now. I trained with a master trainer for 8 months, and I'm actually starting to upload all my videos. I have 2 playlists. I have I have several. So there's a glute building playlist. There's a full body playlist with just music. It's not me talking. It's just music and the workouts that you see me doing with my trainer. And then I also have other playlists that say upper body and then lower body. So if you want to check out my playlists, and so you could see me on my fitness journey, and trying to, you know, build my body. I was a lot thinner like 5-6 years ago, and then I just was like, I just feel loose and like not strong. So I wanted to feel strong in my body, and then now I'm trying to lean out. So I'm going to kickboxing to lean out. So any other questions before I hop off? And let me see if there's anything else before I hop off. That's pretty much it. If you want to like deep dive into other stuff that I got going on about these topics, I have a ton of other videos. Like my mindfulness, habit building and mindfulness playlist is amazing. And it's just usually me in the car, but you know how it is in the car, you get deep. Like sometimes you just get deep, you're in the car and you're like, ooh, like you're just having breakthroughs in the car. And sometimes I just want to pop on live and share that. See what I mean? I start to get excited. But yeah, so there's a lot of potent information on, sorry guys, I swear I'm not an old woman. I just get excited and my throat gets dry for whatever reason. I think I need to swallow. I need to remember to swallow when I'm like shooting out information. I need to like calm down. So, all right. Well, thank you so much. I feel so unlocked for sure. I love it. I love it. I love it. Well, good luck on your lock journey. I'm rooting for you. And share some of your products in the comments, like what products you use, because I'm not on a lock journey, but anyone else that is on a lock journey could definitely benefit from wanting to know. Oh, it said, okay, one more. Okay, it says, what would be your advice for someone who wants to try out meditation? Ooh, you're asking the right person. Okay. Okay, this could be a whole nother live. I have about 3 more minutes before I have to get up and go. So I'm going to give you a short version, but you're going to want to make sure to have your bell notification on because we'll do a whole live specifically on this. So what would be your advice for someone who wants to try out meditation? Make it easy. Okay, make it easy. A lot of times people try to, they see like famous people like a LeBron, they'll see people like a Kobe and they're, you know, and they're like, I do meditation. And then they're like, I do it for an hour and I have this, and they just dive right into like that level. Start out with 2 minutes, 3 minutes. And all you want to do, sit in a quiet place. Of course, you don't want to be driving. You don't want the TV on. If you have to do it in the bathroom, if you have a lot of people in your house, whatever your circumstances, number one, don't make an excuse not to do it. Because a lot of people will say, I don't have time to meditate, but then they'll have time to scroll on Instagram. You know what I mean? So just commit to doing it for, I always say 90 days. Like that's when you really embody something. 30, 60, 90 days. Okay. You could start out with, you know, day number 1, 2 minutes, or you could even start with a minute. And all you simply do is sit there, and you could be, if you're comfortable, I love sitting in Indian style on the ground, but if you're someone that's like my back or whatever, sit in a nice comfortable chair, sit in a nice comfortable couch. It doesn't matter. Don't feel like you have to be overwhelmed with all like the pictures on Instagram of people like meditating and all these, like, just get in a comfortable spot. And you want to just focus on your breath. You want to just focus on your breathing. And really, really simple thing you could do is just breathe in for 4, breathe out for 4. Breathe in for 4, breathe out for 4 for a minute, okay? Or if you want to be bold, do it for 2 minutes. For 7 days, just do it for a couple minutes. Don't do it for 20 minutes because people, the thing is, what I've experienced when people, like when I talk to people about meditation, they try to do what I'm like, I'll be like, you know, sometimes I meditate for an hour. So they try to do what I'm doing. And then they're like, oh, it's just not for me. I couldn't even concentrate. I was fidgeting. Don't do that. Don't do that to yourself. So just, there's no rush, right? We're constantly embodying, right? So sit with yourself, start paying attention to your breath. And you just want to breathe in for 4. Out for 4. In for 4. Out for 4. You can even put your timer on. What's going to happen, and just do it out of your nose. I suggest doing it. I've taken several yoga classes. I still take yoga. Do it out of your nose. And what's going to start to happen is during that minute, your brain's going to start to be active. You're human. It's supposed to be. That's what's going to happen. Don't feel like you have to tap into a nothingness. Even thinking about, oh my God, I got to think about nothing is still a thought. So think of, okay, this is a very easy example for you. Think of the sky. Okay, so think of your mind like the sky. And you know how there's like clouds that float in, but you're the sky, right? So sometimes it's a clear sky, and then sometimes there's a couple clouds, sometimes the whole thing's cloudy. So a cloud's gonna come in, and you as a sky, you just view it coming in. And then you're like, okay, I'm thinking about work, I'm thinking about that annoying conversation I had yesterday, I'm thinking about, and just you let it comfortably you comfortably let it continue to move on. It'll happen again. Now another cloud comes in, you're the sky. Remember, you're the sky viewing this. You are the observer of the thoughts that are coming in. Don't get frustrated with yourself like, oh man, I'm not supposed to think about anything. You will. You're not at a monk level, you know what I mean? And we don't even have to be. That's not our job. And if you feel called to be a monk, most of the people are already up on the hill being monks, right? That's not our job. Everyone is born and incarnated for their specific assignment. So do it for 1 minute, go up to 2 minutes, go up to 3 minutes. Eventually you'll get to 10 minutes and 15 minutes, preferably in the morning. Breathe in for 4, breathe out for 4, out of your nose. You will notice the thoughts come in, and then let it comfortably continue to go on. Another one's gonna come, and eventually what will happen is they will come not as often, right? And another really good one too is if there's kind of some kind of sound, that's a really good thing to focus on. So maybe you don't even want to focus on not thinking about something and then having to say goodbye to your thoughts. Like right now, as I'm on live with you guys, I hear like a pickup truck or something backing up. If I was going to meditate right now, I could just meditate for 3 minutes and just focus on that sound. Just really take in that sound and just do breathe in for 4, breathe out for 4. And you will start to notice that when you're done meditating and just breathing, because a lot of times I'm sure you guys will start to notice this now. A lot of times people will do a meditation and they'll be like, oh my gosh, I'm actually breathing. Because a lot of times throughout the day, we just won't breathe. Have you ever been scrolling and all of a sudden you go, it's because we hold our breath for what, I want to do more research on that. We just hold our breath for whatever reason. Maybe we're anticipating information, or we're I don't know what it is. So just breathing alone, actually deeply breathing, will just make you feel better, and it will make you focus better, and your concentration will also accelerate as well, improve as well. I struggle with staying focused and having a clear mind. So boom, there you go. So I didn't even read that yet. So your clarity and your focus will start to enhance because you're just allowing the thought and then allowing it to go by instead of stopping the thought and then focusing on it. And even if you do for a while, say you kind of get lost in a minute or two of oh dang it, I was thinking about that the whole time. That's okay. The fact that you even sat down and noticed that you noticed your thought, boom, you just started your meditative journey. And then when you really dive deep and get to the really next level, you're in a constant meditative mode. Because a lot of times people think that meditation is only sitting and going, You could be meditating, washing the dishes. When people are just really just in the moment. You could be meditating, painting, and people are so laser focused, right? It helps you with your concentration. So that's a very long answer, but I just wanted to, unfold that for you. Have you heard, okay, this is the last one, and I gotta go. Have you heard about Just Gooby? Just Gooby is a bully from Puerto Rico. He is stressing me out. I'm gonna have to do more research. Can you just send me a link or something down in the comments? I have no idea what you're talking about, but I gotta go, guys. Sending love, bliss, and light to all of you for the evening. Definitely make sure to subscribe, make sure to like, check out my links on what I do to stay healthy down below in the description. Catch me on the next one. Bye.